Pharrell Williams didn't just produce hits, he shaped the entire sound of the 2000s. His fusion of hip-hop, R&B, funk and pop gave us records like You Don't Have to Call, Rock Your Body, and Hot in Here. Songs that you instantly recognize the moment the beat drops. Alongside the talented Chad Hugo as the Neptunes, they created a signature sound that took over the industry. In 2003, they were behind 43% of all radio play in the US. That's not just influence, that's domination. So today I'm going to be showing you exactly how to build a Neptunes-inspired beat from scratch, using the exact techniques behind those classic records. And by the end of this video, you won't just be copying the 2000s sound, you understand exactly why their beats felt futuristic, nostalgic, and addictive all at the same time. So stick around to the end of the video, because I guarantee that your beats won't just sound like the 2000s, they'll feel like the 2000s. We're starting exactly where Pharrell started, the drums. Pharrell and Chad built their sound around rhythm and space. The drums weren't just background sound, they led the record. The drums created a bounce that artists like Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, and Justin Timberlake could move to and feel instantly. Start with the drums, and you don't just build a beat, you build momentum. So for that Neptunes kind of sound, we're gonna go down to 100 BPM or anywhere around that range. 2000s drums aren't like modern or clean sounding, they're more like raw and organic sounding drum sounds. Something like this, and it's a bit more raw and organic sounding. So let's start with the drum bounce. Let's go with that for now. So for these beats, I'm going to place the snare here, and let's just create a simple bounce to start it off with. Just before we move on to some other sounds, I'm just going to lower the velocities of some of these kick notes. I think I'm just going to layer a snap with this snare. I just added the snap on every second snare hit, so just lower the velocity a bit. So you'll notice with a lot of these 2000s beats, they actually don't have a hi-hat, instead they use a shaker. You can definitely still add a hi-hat, but I'm just going to add a shaker for this one. This is a really simple shaker pattern. Essentially it's just the same pattern repeated on every bar. And you notice I just added some extra notes in there, and this just enhances the groove even more. Let's add in some more sounds. Let's add a melody, and yeah, let's go from there. If you walked into a Neptunes session in the early 2000s, you'd see one thing powered on first, the Korg Trident. This isn't just any other keyboard. This thing was a sound machine, and it was the Neptunes' secret weapon. The sounds inside this keyboard gave Neptunes that signature futuristic and nostalgic feel, and I'm going to be using that today. And for these Neptunes-inspired beats, you want the chords to be stabby and plucky, and that creates that bounce and adds space in between the chords. So I'm just going to stop it here and explain what I've made. So it is actually really simple. I'm just repeating these chords and then literally just going down and repeating some more chords, adding some more notes in the space here. But the main thing is there's a lot of open space in between chords, and this creates that rhythm. So I'm just going to add a bass in next. It's pretty just going to follow these chords, and then we're just going to drop them down an octave. So the beat's pretty busy, so we won't add much more. Alright, so I'm just gonna mix the beat, and I'll come back to you when I'm done. What I love about Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo is how their beats felt simple but untouchable. The Neptunes didn't just produce hits, they changed the sound of an entire generation. Their drums, their bounce, and their modern textures shaped and took over the industry, and their legacy will be unmatched. If you enjoyed this breakdown, let me know in the comments who you want to see next, and if you want to further develop your sound as a producer, watch this video here where I further break down how to make insane melodies the simplest way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.